Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Juanita Beauty. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. And if you are clicking on this video, it's because you are looking for things for baby, whether it's for your registry or whether you just want to pick up a few items that you need last minute or anything like that, or just because you want to make sure you have everything that you need for that baby that's coming. I thought it'd be very helpful as a mother of two now. I cannot believe I'm saying that still. A mother of two. My newborn is about to be 4 months on the 11th, which is in a few days. And I'm just so in awe that this time just feels like it's flown past. But with all that said, I found these videos to be very, very helpful when I was looking for things for the first baby and the second baby. There are a million things you can get for a baby that may or may not be helpful, but as a mother of two, I do feel uniquely qualified to go ahead and just recommend some things and kind of maybe not recommend certain things that I just don't feel like would be helpful, especially in that first 3 months of life. Hang in there because this video might be just a little bit lengthy, just because I want to really deep dive into the things that I got and also hopefully give you some alternatives to things that you may want to get instead, depending on your situation. Things like bottles and pacifiers, all of those things are going to be determined after the baby gets here, and you're just going to have to see whether or not the baby likes it or not. I have ran through a number of different bottles, a number of different pacifiers. My babies are both breastfed, but we needed bottles for certain instances. So we had to trial and error. We had to really see whether or not they would take it, and none of the pacifiers, and I feel like I tried about 6 or 7 brands, worked for my kids. My kids just don't like pacifiers. I'm still hoping and praying I can get my 3-month-old to eventually like a pacifier, but if not, it's fine. My first one did perfectly fine without it. You just have to see what works. What I would recommend, however, is getting a variety of those pacifiers just so you can try them out and see which one baby likes, because they might like one in certain stages of life, and then you might have to try a different one once they reach 6 or 7 months old. It really depends on the baby and your personal preference. Once again, I am sharing my thoughts on these items based on my experience because I want to help a family out there that is trying to make certain decisions on these items. However, what worked for me may not work for everybody, but hopefully a few of you out there will find this video helpful. Let's get right into it. Starting off strong, bassinets. So I have the Halo bassinet. I do have the one from 2022 or so. I think there's a new version, or I know there's a new version out now. However, this bassinet definitely gets the job done. It is a bassinet that's on a swivel, so it swivels back and forth, and you can actually put it at or below or above the bed level, so you can kind of adjust it where you need it to go. You need a bassinet just because for the first 6 months of life, baby is definitely going to need to be in the room with mom and dad. My first daughter did not just love the bassinet, she really didn't like being put down in general. My second daughter, however, loves it, so it really is baby to baby. The version that I have actually requires you to push down on the lever, which causes you to have to place the baby into the bassinet, which sometimes results in the baby waking up. I would prefer something that was like a zip open so that I could kind of slide the baby in there rather than placing him down. But that's just personal preference. You'll find whatever works for you. I think the newest version of the Halo bassinet, you can actually detach the bassinet head from the pole, from the actual swivel device. And that's so helpful just because if the baby is sleeping, you don't have to leave the baby in that room. You can take the baby with you. You can put the baby in the bed, in the closet, in the bathroom, wherever you're going. I love that idea, and I wish that my version had it, but it doesn't, and it's fine. Yes, yes, yes on the bassinet. Swings and bouncers. I have 2 types of swings and 2 types of bouncers. I would definitely suggest at least getting one. I have accumulated a few just because we've had different things going on and we've been in different places. Having somewhere to place the baby down safely while you go get something to eat or take a shower real quick or something like that is always very helpful. Then you're not worried about having to carry the baby around everywhere. Both of my daughters absolutely love the swing. They spent a lot of time in the swing. And if you have a multi-level home, having 2 swings is recommended, or having a swing and a bouncer duo is recommended, just because lugging the swing or the bouncer up and down the stairs is just not it. When we were living in our apartment, it was all one level, and even then I really wanted a swing and a bouncer in separate rooms just so I had multiple places to place the baby down and then be entertained while I did something. Like I said before, I have 2 Graco swings. One just goes back and forth and the other one goes side to side, and I really like the one that goes side to side because it has almost almost a 3-in-1 feature system to it. It goes side to side and back and forth, and then you can also detach it and use it as a bouncer as well. So if you're just looking for something that is all encompassing, that Graco swing is really, really helpful. I did have the 4-mom swing at one point for a very short amount of time just because my daughter absolutely hated it. It was really, really expensive. I wanted it really badly, and then we had it. Our daughter did not like it, so we definitely sent it back and got the Graco swing, and I have never looked back since. Strollers. So strollers are really, really important if you're going to the store, if you're going to go on a walk or anything like that. You definitely want to get a stroller. Now, what I will say about this is if you are having a baby now and you know that this is your last baby, you don't want any more babies, or if you know that you won't have another kid for another 10 years or so, then disregard what I'm about to say. However, if you feel like you're gonna have a baby in the near future, 2, 3, 4 years from now, definitely get a single to double stroller. I say that because it may feel like, man, I don't need that right now. It just seems like a lot, but time just goes like that, and soon you're looking up and you're like, oh my gosh, I need a double stroller. I have 2 kids, what am I gonna do? So I have the Mockingbird stroller and I absolutely love it. It is so nice. It does have the single to double feature on it. Currently I have it in obviously the double feature. Infant car seat sits at the top, and then the toddler stroller piece sits at the bottom, and then it also has a basket underneath, so if I'm ever in the grocery store or anything like that, I don't actually have to have a buggy. I can just put all my groceries at the bottom. It's actually really, really nice. What I would suggest is definitely going out and test driving all the strollers that you're interested in. They do drive very differently. They have very different features on them. They feel very different. They have different finishings and stuff like that, and if you're not, you know, into all of that, you can definitely get by with just going to Target or Walmart and getting a nice stroller that has that double feature on there. A friend of mine actually has a single stroller, and she is kicking herself right now because she is pregnant with baby number 2, and the stroller was fairly expensive. It just doesn't work for her family dynamic anymore, so now she's gonna have to try to get a double stroller for her and her 2-year-old. Moving right into car seats. Car seats are so essential. I don't even think you can leave most hospitals without having a car seat. So when picking out a car seat, you definitely want to think about safety as the top tier of what you're trying to achieve when you are picking out a car seat. You definitely want your car seat to exceed all of the safety regulations. I highly suggest the Nuna car seats. They're a bit pricey, they're a bit expensive. It is the one that I have. However, there are other ones that are good out there. Just absolutely do your research. I can only speak on the Nuna car seat as an infant car seat because that is the one that I have. It is the Nuna Pippa, and I absolutely love it. It is so well made, and some of the great features about it is that it does have inserts that you can remove, and it also has a sunshade that has magnetic tabs on it that you can pull down to help protect baby from the elements or the sun or anything like that. It's like that extra layer of protection for baby, so I absolutely love that about the Nuna car seat. My Mockingbird stroller also provides an attachment for the Nuna that you can purchase for really whatever stroller car seat duo you choose, and it fits right on there perfectly, and it's beautiful. When we were picking out a car seat, we were debating whether we should get a Grow With You car seat or one that was specifically for infant. And while both are kind of, it's just preference, we went with an infant car seat just because I felt like, first of all, the baby can be in the car seat for a good while, and then you'll have to transition the baby into a regular car seat. But I like that I could detach that car seat from the car and bring it inside if baby was sleeping, or put it on the stroller if baby was sleeping or anything like that. With a car seat that's just strictly for the car, you'll have to remove the baby from that car seat in order to transfer them to the stroller or anything else like that. So that's kind of something to consider when you're picking out a car seat. But I really loved the features that the Nuna provided, and the fact that I could remove it from the car. Moving right into diaper bags. Diaper bags is one of those things where it's just, you definitely want to get you a diaper bag. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. It's just something to carry around those diapers, those wipes, Pampers, the pacifiers, anything, breast milk, anything like that. You definitely want something that is specifically for the baby's needs. I have the HAPP brand diaper bag, and it is really nice. I wanted it so badly when we were picking out diaper bags, and now that I have it, I'm very happy with it. It's so well made and it's really beautiful. However, something to consider also is your style. And what I realize is that carrying around a diaper bag and a purse, which I do carry around a purse often, is just just not, it becomes a bit too much. And so I just went ahead and transferred all of my stuff in my purse into my diaper bag. But now I have this, you know, diaper bag that it screams diaper bag. It's not like something that's stylish that you can style with your outfits or anything like that. Because of the price point of the bag, I'm definitely going to keep it and get as many uses out of it as I possibly can, and I'm not getting another diaper bag. However, if I could do it over, I definitely would go ahead and consider the style of the diaper bag. I like the newer ones that have like the kind of suede on there or the leather on there that are more neutral colors and stuff like that, that don't scream diaper bag. However, it's just personal preference, whatever works. I actually have a few between me and my husband likes the book bag diaper bags, and so we have a few from Amazon. We have I think it's called the Herschel diaper bag or something like that, but it looks just like a book bag, but it has all the components and features of a diaper bag. Moving right into loungers. Loungers is one of those things that can be a hit or a miss when it comes down to the baby's preference. We have the Snuggle Me Lounger, and my first baby absolutely loved being in her Snuggle Me Lounger. I would put her in that thing and she would just laugh and laugh and laugh and kick and scream and whatever in the lounger. But now my second baby doesn't really like it as much, so I don't use it as much. However, it is, like I said, another one of those things where you can place baby down safely and know that they are safe in a space where you can walk away and do what you have to do and come back and they're still safely in that spot. The last thing I'll say about the loungers is that they're really, really great for if you're traveling, if you're going over to grandma's house or anything like that. Just having something that you can physically just throw in the car and have and put down for baby is really, really helpful, especially in the first 3 months of life. I love a swaddle. I love to swaddle. I will swaddle my babies like crazy, and my babies also do really well with swaddling. It puts them straight to sleep. That being said, I have tried all different types of swaddles. I've tried the muslin swaddles. I've tried the little squishy, spongy swaddles. I'm not sure what they're called. And then what I ultimately ended up loving is the Velcro swaddles. The muslin ones worked in the very beginning and they were very helpful, and they come in like a lot of different variety, and that's why I like them so much. However, my babies both, for some reason, were able to find their way and shimmy their way out of each swaddle. I don't know if it was me or it was the swaddle, the muslin swaddle, or what, but they were always able to like eventually move their hands up and out of the swaddle, and that just did not work because I would be re-swaddling them multiple times throughout the night. The Velcro ones are great because they are super secure, they're easy to use, and they keep the babies nice and tight throughout the night, and they don't move until you take them out. However, the only downside to the Velcro ones that I've seen thus far is the fact that when you are unswaddling the baby for maybe a midnight change, they do make quite a bit of noise. It's like when you're unswaddling them, the Velcro itself is just pretty loud, and that's the only thing I wish was not the case. Maybe if they came out with like a zipper version or something like that, that would be helpful. The two brands that I have are Halo and Swaddle Me. Sound machines. My kids respond very well to sound machines. I also have two of these. I have one, which is the Hatch sound machine, which is the one that I think is the most trendy, most popular brand. It is absolutely worth all of the hype. You can actually use it with an app. The app will allow you to change the color, the time. It has a timer on there. It allows you to change the volume all right from your app. So if you wanted to change something while you were in a different room than your baby, you can absolutely do that. I do have another sound machine by Yoga Hatch, and I think we got this one while we were on a trip somewhere, and we just needed a sound machine really quickly for the hotel room, and I think I got this one from Target, and it was called Yoga Sleep. Of course, they do have the travel sound machines, which I do have that attach to the strollers. Those ones I keep on the strollers or on the car seat. So I have a lot of sound machines. However, I find a use for all of them. They are very, very helpful. They keep my babies nice and sleep. I'm not afraid of like walking around at night. Whenever I am making noise, I don't feel like I'm going to end up waking up the baby. So I combined bedside bassinet and the rocking chair all in one, just because they kind of go hand in hand to me, especially during the first few weeks that you bring baby home. I have a regular rocking chair from Target. It is called the Baby Relax Swivel Gliding Rocking Chair. I'll have it linked below, but it is from Target and it gets the job done. It swivels, it reclines. Also, is very nice to have, whether it's in the nursery or it currently is in my room. And then we also have the bedside cart. When I first got home, I had all my postpartum needs in there, and it was really great to be able to just reach in that cart and and grab a pamper or whatever I needed. I got the cart, I think from Amazon. It was about $15. Even my 2-year-old who knows what things are, I'll ask her to go grab me a pamper or something like that for baby or for the little sister, and she'll know exactly where to go to grab it. And moving right into baby tubs. Once again, I have 2 tubs, and after having 2 kids, you kind of just accumulate stuff over time. The gray one is from Skip Hop and the white one is from AngelCare. I think the white one is the one that everybody has been raving about. I actually personally love the gray Skip Hop tub. This one has an insert that you can actually allow to grow with the baby. So when they're an infant and when they first come home, they have this little tabs that you can attach to the tub, and it helps keep the baby nice and secure, and you can wash the baby in the water that way. I specifically like the Skip Hop because it allowed for me to wash the baby kind of on the countertop rather than in a tub. When we were living in our apartment and we had our first child, there was no tub in the primary suite, and so we only had the stand-up shower, and so washing her was just super inconvenient. But we did have that tub that was able to sit on the counter, so that is why I like the Skip Hop one so much, just because it is mobile. However, the AngelCare, I also see a very good use for that, just because if you have 1 or more kids, you can place that right into a tub if you have one, and you don't have to fill it up with water. You just fill up the tub and it rinses, it does everything. So neither one is like better than the other. It really is just how your family functions and preference. Breastfeeding. So I do have a breastfeeding pillow. I have the Breastfriend breastfeeding pillow, and I absolutely love it. It is so nice. I did have the Boppy at one point and we did take it back. I really wanted the Boppy because it was definitely the trendy one and everything like that. However, I am a what do they call it, the football hold type of breastfeeding mom, and the Boppy just was not very useful for me when I would breastfeed that way. However, the Breastfriend, it's just really well structured, and you can kind of swivel it to either side that you need to breastfeed on. And so I just found that that was a lot easier whenever I was sitting down, or if I was in the car or anything like that and I need to breastfeed. It was just very helpful to do that, and I felt like my baby wasn't just going to fall over the side of it. Not to say the Boppy isn't great. If you are like a different kind of breastfeeder, it might work better for you, but I know that those are 2 really good brands. I also would say that I do find myself breastfeeding with a regular pillow. I will take one of the couch pillows and I'll prop it underneath baby, and she'll be able to breastfeed just like that. So if you don't want to go out and spend any money on a breastfeeding pillow, regular pillows work as well. Something that has a little bit more firmness to it is probably going to be the best bet for you if you don't want to get a breastfeeding pillow. So diaper pills. So we have the Diaper Genie. We do use it, or we did use it a lot when we had our firstborn. I do feel like diaper pills are very important. Is it at the top of the list? No, just because you can throw it in the trash. The only thing with that is that diapers hold, you know, pee and poop. And so having that in the trash, if you don't change it frequently or almost every day, they can start to stink a lot. And so that is why having a diaper pill of some sort is very helpful. The Diaper Genie is somewhat easy to use. When we first got it, it was a little confusing on how to put the bag in and take the bag out. But after we got, you know, used to using it, it was really easy to switch out and change. And it does hold the smell very well. And so that is very important, especially when you have multiples. You have 2 people in diapers, even more reason to get a diaper pill. I like the Diaper Genie because it does have like the push pedal, and so you can have a diaper in your hand. You don't have to like be fumbling trying to open the top. You can push it open with your foot and then drop the pamper in there, and then it closes all together when it's done. So that is one of the reasons I really like the Diaper Genie. If you don't want to get a diaper pill, you don't have to. You can collect a whole bunch of grocery bags and just tie the top off of a grocery bag and put your diapers in there if you want to, just to save you some time on the smell. But eventually you're gonna need to change it, just because Pampers can stink and they accumulate really quickly. So definitely yes on the diaper pail. Play mats. So we have the Skip Hop play mat, like I said before, and I'll say it again and again and again. Having a place to put down your baby is so helpful. I will put her down in this play mat and she will kick and laugh and do all those things with her big sister. Like I said before, just having somewhere to put baby down that feels safe and it's not on the hard ground. It is a nice squishy kind of pillow top. I had to go get baby girl because she is just a fussing. She is with her dad and her grandma and she is not feeling it. So right now we're going to hang out and we're going to continue this video, and I'm going to try to end it. I think I have a few more on here to suggest and recommend for you, and then I'll go ahead and let you guys go. When you're a mama, you just gotta learn to go with the flow, baby. Go with the flow. Thermometer is definitely something that I would highly suggest for you to get. The one that I have is really great because it is a touchless thermometer, and I love that just because if they're sleeping or anything like that, you can go ahead and kind of hover it above them and it'll give you a reading of their temperature. And I've had to actually use this multiple times since I brought her home, and I've also used it on the whole family. And it's just better, you know, not having to physically touch your child when they're not feeling the best and taking their temperature. I think they came out with the touchless ones around COVID time, so 2020, which a lot of people weren't trying to stick thermometers in people, and so the hovering thermometer became very useful and very popular. So I would highly suggest getting something like that. Cameras. So I have a few cameras. I have specifically the Owlet cameras, and very similar to the Hatch, it also has an app that you can use. I love the Owlet just because it has a lot of great features on there. Some of the features are you can see the room temperature, you can track sleep, there's a two-way mic on the camera so you can speak to your child and they can hear you, and that has just been very helpful for not just my baby but also for my 2-year-old. So we have 2 of those, and we have them placed throughout the house. And then we also have a third camera, and I think this one is from the brand Hello Baby, and I like this one because this one does not require internet to work. And so I will definitely suggest, if you are going to get the more expensive ones or the ones that require internet or have the app, that's really, really great, and they are very useful and very techy. However, one that does not require internet and just has like a monitor screen is really great, because we have had a few times when our internet is out, we are still able to see our baby because we have that camera in there and all they need is power to work. Hello Baby one also allows you to see the temperature in the room. It also allows for a two-way mic. So I believe these ones are a bit cheaper than the Owlet. Either one is a great buy. Next, we have the baby carriers. I actually forgot to mention this when I was shooting the original video, but I found the carriers to be very useful and very helpful when I'm trying to get things done around the house, whether I'm cooking or cleaning. I have a few, some that clip together and others that wrap, and I like having both on hand. They're easy to use once you learn how to use them, and they're a great way to carry baby and also have your hands free. Bottle sterilizers are a hit or a miss. I feel like this is one of those things where it's really cool to have it, but you don't necessarily absolutely need it. We do have the Public sterilizer. It is one of those things that work really well, especially if you have a lot of bottles and a lot of pacifiers or things like that that you want to sterilize. I've only used it a handful of times, and so that's why I say, like, you can also sterilize in a big pot with boiling water, or you can get one of those bag sterilizers from Amazon. You just pop your items inside the bag, seal it up, put it in the microwave, and it's sterilized just like that. And so you don't have to get a big chunky machine that sits on your counter. Last but not least on my list, I have a towel warmer. This is another thing that is absolutely not a must-have. I just want to mention it because I don't think I've ever seen it. I had bought one for my husband a while ago, and I started using it when we were taking out the kids for bath time, and my toddler and my baby absolutely love it. So it's just something that's kind of great to have, especially when you're pulling them out of the tub and you don't want them to be too cold, even just for the whole family, honestly. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. I will do my best to get to every single one and kind of answer the questions that you have if I didn't cover something. If you would like a more in-depth video of what not to get, or things that I really don't use that I did get that I regret that I get, let me know in the comment section below and I will do my best to get back to you guys. The last thing I will mention is, if you are in the market to get some of these items and you just don't want to spend that price tag on the items, definitely look at Facebook Market. There are so many great things that people are rehoming on Facebook Market that are pre-owned, gently used things. After we are finished with some of these baby items, I will definitely be putting them up for sale on Facebook Market. If you're looking for something specific, even some of those higher brands like the Vista, I think it's called the Upper Baby Vista, or some of the different cribs and stuff like that, Facebook Market is a very good place to go in order to get some of those items that you want, that you don't really want to pay that big price tag on. If you enjoyed this video and found it very helpful, make sure to give me a comment below. And until next time, I'll see you in my next video.